going on, NFL fans? Mr. Shawty with my 2022 NFL Mock Draft Round 2 video. Let's jump into it.
With the 33rd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Nakobe Dean, linebacker, Georgia. After releasing Miles Jack, they need a linebacker to command that defense. They get Dean here.
With the 34th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Jaquan Brisker, safety, Penn State. They're going to need a safety to pair up with Tracy Walker. They're going to add their guy here. With the 35th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Traylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas. The Jets realize Eli Moore and Corey Davis are no number one wide receivers, so they add one here. With the 36th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Christian Harris, linebacker, Alabama. Giants defensive coordinator worked with a lot of Alabama players from his time in Baltimore. They're going to add one to pair up with Blake Martinez. With the 37th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Daxton Hill, safety, Michigan. After adding talent in the trenches, they're now going to add a talented playmaker on the back end. With the 38th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select David Ojabo, edge rusher, Michigan. After adding some highly coveted secondary pieces in the first round, they're going to add an edge rusher here. With the 39th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select George Pickens, wide receiver, Georgia. After losing Allen Robinson in free agency, they add a wide receiver to help Fields develop. With the 40th pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Desmond Ridder, quarterback, Cincinnati. After not reaching for a quarterback in the first round, they're going to add their guy here to keep their wide receivers happy. With the 41st pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Arnold Ebiketie, edge rusher, Penn State. They're looking for a number one pass rusher. They've been struggling with pass rush. They're going to add a guy here. With the 42nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Nicholas Petit-Frere, offensive tackle, Ohio State. So they have a quarterback. They do not have a blindside protector. They're going to add the Ohio State protector here. The 43rd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Drake Jackson, edge rusher, USC. They struggled to get after the quarterback last year. They're going to add an edge rusher here. With the 44th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Travis Jones, defensive line, Connecticut. Their interior defensive line had a total of 4 sacks last year. They needed a pass rush boost in the middle. Jones provides. With the 45th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Kyler Gordon, cornerback, Washington. Outside their top two corners, Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey, their cornerback situation is not good. The Vikings have traded back after losing out on another corner prospect. The Dallas Cowboys, along with 46, get 156, 184, 250. Meanwhile, Minnesota gets 56, 88, and 193. The 46th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Smith, offensive line, Tulsa. After losing Connor Williams in free agency, they need a left guard. They're going to slot Smith in right at left guard. With the 47th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Quay Walker, linebacker, Georgia. As they're moving Jamalyn Davis to the outside, a more natural position, they need a linebacker to go alongside him. Enter Walker. The 48th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Darian Kinnard, offensive line, Kentucky. After losing James Daniels in free agency, they're going to want to make sure Justin Fields has time to go through his progressions. They're going to add a guard here. The Saints have traded back with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Steelers get the 49th pick along with 161. In exchange, the Saints get 52 and along with 138. With the 49th pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Perrine Winfrey, defensive line, Oklahoma. Both Tua and Hayward are on the wrong side of 30. They need an injection of youth along that defensive front. They're going to add one. 50th pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Jahan Dotson, wide receiver, Penn State. While I don't believe wide receiver is that big of a need, they've been promising Josh Gordon a bigger role. They still have Hardman. They added Juju and Scantling for $10 million apiece. I do believe the value of Dotson is too good to pass up here in the second. With the 51st pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Lewis Cine, safety, Georgia. They need a number 2 safety to go along back with Anthony Harris. Cine is the best one available. With the 52nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Christian Watson, wide receiver, North Dakota. They need an improvement at wide receiver 3 over Traquan Smith. They're going to add Watson. With the 53rd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Chad Muma, linebacker, Wyoming. They need another inside linebacker to pair up with Devondre Campbell to make that defense complete. With the 54th pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Jemery Solaire, offensive line, Georgia. After trading away Shaq Mason, they're going to want to make pocket passer Mac Jones comfortable in the pocket. The 55th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Breece Hall, running back, Iowa State. After losing Chase Edmonds in free agency, adding the best running back in the draft at 55 is easy. The Minnesota Vikings have traded back from the 56th pick. The New York Giants are now on the clock. In exchange for the 56th pick, the Minnesota Vikings get 67 as well as 112. With the 56th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Trey McBride, tight end, Colorado State. After losing Evan Ingram to the Jags, they need a tight end to eliminate any excuses Daniel Jones may have. The 57th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jalen Petier, safety, Baylor. Bobby McCain was splitting reps between nickel and safety. They can do the same with Petier. The 58th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Carson Strong, quarterback, Nevada. Marcus Mariota's dealt with his fair share of injuries. After eliminating their 2 biggest needs, the value here is too good to pass up. With the 59th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select DeMarvin Leal, defensive line, Texas A&M. After eliminating the 3 biggest needs, they're going to add depth along the defensive line. With the 60th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Logan Hall, defensive line, Houston. After losing Sue in free agency, they need another defensive lineman to keep that defensive line play strong. The 61st pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Dylan Parham, offensive line, Memphis. After losing Lakeland Tomlinson, they need an offensive lineman to play guard. They're going to draft Parham here. With the 62nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Daniel Falele, offensive tackle, Minnesota. Not forgetting their lesson from 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, they're going to keep Andrew Wiley as depth and move Falele as their starting right tackle. With the 63rd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Colby Bryant, cornerback, Cincinnati. They're going to want to make sure Eli Apple does not see the field. Drafting another starting corner will certainly do that. With the 64th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Troy Anderson, linebacker, Montana. They were struggling at the linebacker position last year. They're going to add their guy here. As always, let me know your thoughts on who you think your team should draft down in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Peace out.